Right, so today we are going to be reviewing the CYMA CM.031. It's an AK-74. First impressions is that, the box is obviously cardboard, the back is foam, which, foam. It says to, not shoot at hard surfaces or, stuff like that, don't shoot at any people. Obviously, that's going to happen because airsoft. One thing that I don't see anywhere on the box is it saying how the FPS is, like what range it is. I don't know, even what type of battery it takes. Usually they say something about it. I'm just gonna note before I get into the box that I did buy the regular one, the one without battery or charger or anything, and that's the only thing that is different. Okay, so inside the box you're going to get a pamphlet or manual for how the gun works, pleasantly in different language several times for your convenience. It does have English, but stuff like that. Crappy BBs, obviously we're not going to use these. A magazine, high cap, I think it's like a 600, 800 round, somewhere in between there. A little key for the front sight. I'll show that later too. Then you get a blaze implement. This did come on the gun. You're gonna know that, but they had some kind of glue on there, and it does have a little screw or something in there to keep it on there. But I do have a tracer unit that I'd like to put on this, so I did take it off. And if you're going to put something onto here, I would recommend keeping this on here if you don't have anything special to put on there. You just use a hair dryer, and I use a rebar pull and just twist it off, because it was actually pretty hard even with the rebar thing, but it loosened up pretty well. The gun, which is very nice, it has 14mm threaded negative. The battery compartment is back here. I'll show that in a little bit. The sticker stuff. I hate that stuff. And then you get your cleaning rod / unjamming rod, as usual. Plus you get the salt packet. Okay, so for starters, it is an ADG. The battery compartment is in the back. All you have to do is slide this back and it'll pull right off. Inside here, it is wired to the simple Tamiya connector, as a lot of guns are. And inside of here, you can't really see it. I really wish you could see it, but it is very deep, and you can get probably almost any battery in here, except for probably a stick battery. Maybe you could get in here, not completely sure, but yeah. So it has this little end on the back of it, and you just stick that in the front, you press down, and then slide, and it fits right into place. Okay, talking about the body of this, it is a lot of it's metal. The handle is probably a polymer. This is a plastic. It doesn't feel like polymer. The front grip right here, these are probably a polymer, but it has a metal body, metal gearbox, metal inner barrel and outer barrel, and then it's mostly metal, which is actually kind of surprising because a lot of guns aren't. So it probably weighs about maybe 5-6 pounds about. It does have a selector switch, obviously full and semi, and then safe at the top, and then where the bolt is your hop up. This hop up is just like a sliding hop up like you'd find on most snipers. You can just adjust this forward or pull it back. And that's how you adjust it. You can let it go. What about the magazine? This is the high cap magazine, and you can, you know, fill it up right here, fill it up through right there. Pretty simple. You wind it on the bottom towards you. I mean, it is pretty simple. High cap things. Putting in the gun, if you don't know already, you put the front end first and you slide it in. It fits very nicely. This style of magazine is meant for like this style of gun. Lever can come out. Very simple, very smooth. And then I bought more magazines. These are made by CYMA. These are RPK mags, and they fit in the gun nicely. They feed nicely. I mean, I had no problems with them. Obviously, these hold like 900 rounds, I think. So obviously, while you're shooting, you are going to have to rewind these a lot more than you would say an M4. Most of my M4s magazines usually can get the entire magazine out before I would even have to start rewinding. That's one thing about AK mags, is that they have a lot more BBs. Means that you have more time with one, but you do have to rewind it a lot more. Okay, so I was talking about how this had a 14mm negative thread. So for those, you will have to twist, instead of twisting to the right, you're gonna twist to the left. So it's lefty, tighty, righty, loosey, and I hate that. But you can put mock suppressor, tracer unit, that's what I have on here. Literally pretty much anything that you want to put on there. But it does not have any gear rails or anything like that. So no attachments, unless you probably buy something that fits on the back of it, which obviously you could probably find pretty easy. Not sure though, because I haven't looked. And to get the tracer unit or mock suppressor or whatever, you turn to the right. And this is a really interesting kind of thread because it doesn't have thread in the center. So when you're putting it on, if you just push, it'll go on most of the way. So I would recommend just barely setting it on there and then threading it, just to be safe, so you don't ruin the thread on the tracer unit, the mock suppressor, whatever you have, and protect the gun's thread. I mean, it should end up the same way any way you put it on, but I mean, just be careful with it. Alright, so you may be wondering, how good does it shoot? How does it hop? How well does it feed? Trigger response and stuff like that. It works great. On semi-auto, you don't even have to pull it back all the way. Probably about 3/4, half the way. I mean, however fast you can actually pull the trigger, you can probably get it. It doesn't bind up at all, so you won't get a lot of misfeeds. Usually just shoots all of the BBs out. Never had a misfeed yet, but still to be determined. Also, I just have to point this out. On the gun, where is it at? Where is it at? Right there. Okay. It has like Russian lettering on it. Like, okay. When am I going to... Okay, you know, whatever. I'd like to point that out. Full auto, you're probably getting around 13 RPS, maybe 12, 13 RPS. For accuracy, it shoots very straight, and I have had the hop up barely adjusted to hop up because most guns will come with it all the way down, and it shoots up actually quite a bit. For the sights, okay, for the sights, you have the rear sight, the adjustable lever. You push it forward, it raises it up for like elevation. You know, further distances, you raise it up because you pull the gun up, therefore it shoots further, and then you pull it back down for close range. I mean, that's basically it. There is no windage correction for this. There is only elevation. So now on the end of the gun, there is a little, like, screw. You can't see it. Let me hold this gun in a really weird way. There is a little thing that you can see right there. The front peg, per se. And it does have a screw on it. And that's what that little tool is for, is the tool has a notch right where that goes over it. So you put it on, twist until it sinks in, you turn right to go down, left to go up, and for my case, I actually had to make it go down because it was shooting with really good hop, and I haven't had a lot of guns that come with their hop adjusted, or hop that's that great so far. Okay, so we're going to be using the original high-cut mag that it comes with. Let's test fire it. Full auto. My final thoughts on the AK-74M by CYMA. It's pretty good. I mean, it was around like $150. That's when I got it. I'm pretty sure it markets as like $160 or something. It's not that much of a difference, but for how cheap it is, I mean, CYMA is always pretty cheap, and how good quality is, I would recommend it. One thing I forgot to mention is that it does come with a sling. It's not like the highest quality sling, but I mean, it comes with one. So, and it's a heavy gun if you're not used to airsoft. The magazine, I mean, it's pretty good. It's a plastic compared to my metal magazines. I mean, it works. If this is all you had, it'd be great. It's just nice to have some other magazines that, you know, have more BBs. They can probably last longer. Plus, it's nice to have extra magazines while you're playing. Like, going out to a field, you're probably going to run out of ammo or need to rewind. It's probably just faster to reload than rewind it, or just switch to your secondary, if you have one. The Blaze implement was stuck when I first got it, which I was pretty bummed about. We were able to figure it out. Obviously, you can put anything that's threaded 60W 14mm, or 14mm negative thread. I do like the front sight adjustment. I mean, there's not much I would want to see from this gun. Maybe a little bit better of a buttstock that holds on better, because I mean, it's pretty easy to pull off. You know, maybe just make it stiffer, probably put some rubber on it, make it a little bit more grippy, because I mean, it kind of slides around your shoulder. It shoots nicely. It doesn't sound bad. The gears aren't messed up or anything. It has full auto, semi. It has a hop up. I mean, there's not much more to change about this gun. It slides in nicely. There's no wiggle in this magazine or this magazine. Obviously, the RPK mags are stiffer. You can get AK-47 mags, you can get PKM mags, and RPK ones, I believe. I think those are the three that you can get. There's definitely no budge in this. It's a little bit stiffer than the other magazine that it comes with. Battery card has a lot of space. If you do want to, you can get a Tamiya extender, because it is wired to a Tamiya, and a Tamiya to fuse into a Tamiya type battery plug-in. So you can actually unscrew this stock. There's two screws there, one on the top, pull it off. Take off the fuse, and then put in a Tamiya extender if you just want a direct thing to your batteries, from your batteries to your gun. All I would recommend this gun. It's pretty good. I still have yet to get it on the field. I do have an event coming up. It's a few months away, but it'll be good. I'll probably give up like an update on how this actually shoots and runs and how long it lasts, because I mean it's a full day event. So we'll see how long it lasts. I'll probably do an update video. That's the CYMA ak-74. Is it CM.031? Yeah. Thanks for watching. You don't have to subscribe. Maybe just like the video so I know that people are actually interested in what I'm doing. And if you do like my videos, do please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bailey. Oh, Bailey. Oh, gosh. Yeah.